What's up, guys? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today we're going to talk about HUT and the new Hockey Ultimate Team set that just dropped. It's the second set of NHL 20, and I got an opinion that maybe a lot of people aren't going to like, but let's go over it. So we're on about the 30th hour of this second set. It's called the Fantasy Hockey set. If I could show you it here. Let's put simply what these packs do. If it's a skater, I don't care what card it is. You have one, he's a forward or a defenseman. He scores a goal, +1 overall. Not quite sure how that's going to work with individual stats. Like if you press the joystick in and go to see their like puck control or speed or something, if those are all going to get a +1 across the board, or if it's just going to adjust his overall, like say speed would go up +3, but the other stats stay the same, and that's how he gets +1. We'll have to see about that. Goalies, if they get a win, they get a +1 overall. Same thing applies. I don't know how that'll go to rebound control versus, aggression, that sort of stuff. But keep an eye on that. One thing I will say, it's worth doing your research on this because there's not only going to be NHL guys, like we know Taylor Hall's going to score and get +1s, but there's going to be other guys across the pond in these other leagues that, it plays different. The NHL, we kind of have some sort of expectation of what kind of goal output, what kind of goalie performances we're going to get, but I know I personally have no clue on some of these other guys, so I don't know the value. I assume goal scoring is completely different, especially in the goaltending too. Like if they're playing on international ice, it tends to be a lot more open of a flow of a game. There's less hitting, all of that sort of thing. So do your research before you buy. Let's look at, like, say Taylor Hall here. So he's a 72 overall. He needs 27 goals to get 99 overall. When can we expect him to even be line-upable, to be able to be put in your lineup, right? What? We're looking at the highest cards now are 90, 91s. We know other items are coming out. We know there's going to be tons of Team of the Week items coming. So if you get this guy now, he's going to be sitting on your bench in your collection for how long? If he scores 20 goals, now he's in 92. He's not going to do that in 20 games. Earliest what? January? February? I just don't see the reward versus the risk. Other than if you pack a guy and hang on to him, you might end up with the benefit. But if we're looking for a 99 overall, we're gonna have playoff items coming out when some of these cards are getting to that point, if they ever do. So I don't see spending this amount of coins to go out and get one of these guys. Again, I don't know if you pack one, if you hang on to it, or if you flip it and make the coins now while the demand and the cost is way up. Granted, you give the set the benefit of the doubt. Maybe future cards are going to come out and it's going to have some of the higher scoring guys that we can expect to, go 30, 40 goals, and they'll get there quicker. Maybe January or Christmas time. I don't know. Or they'll just start with a higher overall. Like if they start at an 85, they'll probably get 10 goals within the next 60 days, the next 25 games. Those guys obviously would be incredible value, but just this batch that we've seen on release, I don't think it's that strong to warrant that much attention. I don't know if that's the unpopular opinion, but it's mine. Who's really getting the shaft here? Defensemen. You could depend on these guys if you're playing actual fantasy hockey. They're going to get primary assists, secondary assists, hits, all of that. They're not necessarily scoring goals unless, say, you're going for a Carlson or a Brent Burns, guys that are taking a lot more shots. But like this Shea Weber that I just saw, he's a 78 overall. He's not going to score 21 goals. Maybe 5, 10, right? And when's that going to be? Full season. So what? By April, there's going to be better cards. As proof of how bad defensemen got the shaft, if you can read this, I don't know, make your screen big or what. This is the skater records for defensemen published by NHL.com. So you see 85, 86, like Paul Coffey, 79 games, 48 goals. Anything from 2000 on, like 11 in 2008, 2009. Mike Green in 68 games had 31 goals. Let's look at the next 2000s. Brent Burns, 82 games, 29 goals. After that, Sergei Gonchar, 76, 26. Right? That's it. Those are the 3 seasons of over 20 goals that a defenseman has had in NHL history. So if you're getting a Shea Weber that's a 78, he's not going to put up 21 goals. If he is, he's going to have a pretty historic season. Until they pull up those numbers, those guys are not going to be worth it. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think the set sucks. Until they release some higher overall start points, these guys aren't going to help you for months and months. I've stockpiled coins. I'm not going to jump the gun and try to go out and get these guys. If they appear in a pack, I might reconsider. But if the prices stay the way they are, I'm going to sell them and stockpile and wait for a set. Or wait for icons to drop and grab those guys, because I can plug them in now and there'll be 95 overalls by the time this current fantasy set is worth a damn. So that's it. If you have any questions, want to comment, maybe you have a different opinion on one of these players, anything, I'd be happy to discuss it. I mean, show me the light if you have it. But appreciate you hanging around. If you like what you see, feel free, hit that subscribe button, give me a like. Happy chilling. Models popping bottles.